Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2025 ski test. Happy to talk about this new Blizzard Anomaly 94 here. Really kind of takes over from where that Bonafide 97 left off, adding just a new wrinkle of versatility and creativity to where the Bonafide was pretty entrenched in a hard charging, very directional spectrum. I think that this new Anomaly 94 is really going to open a lot of skiers' eyes to what a ski can do outside of that realm. So whatever the Bonafide did in terms of high-speed, hard-charging performance, this new Anomaly 94 is right there with it, but it also gets unlocked a little bit to be a little bit more versatile and slightly more all-mountain / freeride oriented. Really got some good impressions on this Anomaly 94 this year, and just pretty much enjoyed each and every moment we spent on it. There might be some purists out there that were Bonafide fans that kind of don't like the direction this is going. It's got to be a tiny fraction of a percent of those skiers that are gonna, when you actually get on this 94, that you feel like you're really missing out on something. There's a whole lot going on here. All starts with the new construction. We do get a full sheet of Titanal on the bottom, and then their True Blend wood core on top of that. The all-mountain True Blend wood core consists of poplar and beech, with the denser beech acting as longitudinal stringers tip to tail through the middle of the ski. And then towards the middle, the beech stringers get shorter, but they also go wider in the ski. So the midsection has more beech in it, while the sides along the tips and tails have more poplar. So they're putting more emphasis on both the central chord of the ski as well as the underfoot zone in terms of power and torsional stiffness. On top of that wood core, we get their flux form metal technology. This is basically an additional layer of metal broken up into 3 pieces. On top of the wood core, we get a central spine, so they take the middle portion of that metal piece and run along the middle, and that doubles down on the beech in the center of the ski. So they're really putting a high priority on making a strong backbone here and just a sturdy overall feel. And then another layer of fiberglass, and on top of that we get the remaining 2 strips of metal that are found along the edges on either side. So they're adding edge grip and precision with that upper layer of metal along the sides, while keeping the central backbone and spine of the ski super strong and sturdy. So pretty sophisticated construction. A lot of thought goes into the layering of these skis. It's a pretty dense wood core with 2 full sheets of metal. So in the 182, we're at 2,155 grams. Not a feather in terms of just general mass, but the way that they do it makes the ski feel a little bit more agile than that number may let on. Similar to the Bonafide, these skis are pretty stiff. Some good flex in there, but you do got to push for it. So heavier or more aggressive skiers in the advanced and expert realm will glean the most performance out of these, while similar to what we saw in the Bonafide, if you're not really terribly skilled or aggressive, it's a little demanding. But this one gets a little bit unlocked, mostly due to the shape and the profile. So 94 millimeters, we do get an 18.5 meter turn radius. As these Anomaly skis creep up in width, so from the 88 at 18 meters, this 94 is 18.5 in the same length. So adding a half a meter there, just kind of a little bit of a nod to the more soft snow preference side of the spectrum. So a little bit longer of a radius, easier to get sideways, not quite as willing to turn. So that just puts more emphasis on the skier's whim as to the shape and direction of the turns. So a little bit longer radius in this. And then when you see kind of a bigger difference in the rocker profile. So these orange sections in the tips and tails are indicative of where that rocker starts, and you would never see this amount of rocker in a Bonafide. So big difference there. Really feels like a different ski on snow. Nice positive camber underfoot, and then with these this new tip rocker starts down here, a little bit longer than what we see in the narrower 88. And Blizzard has always kind of been a little bit more aggressive with their splay, with that tip tip difference. And they do that to kind of shore up the on-trail character. So they're able to get this amount of splay in a shorter distance, and that allows the edge to hook into the snow sooner in the turn. So anytime that you're getting a longer effective edge in a ski, it does add to the smoother overall feel. So they're trying to keep the same amount of flotation. They're trying to get that scoop tip shape to keep the front of the ski out of the snow and not skimp on a longer effective edge and that kind of tip to tail consistency. Not a lot of taper here. Looks pretty similar to Bonafide, but it is not a heavily tapered ski at all. Certainly, again, emphasizes that all mountain capacity with a focus on on-trail carving. So for a 94, the ski carves pretty darn well. Similar in the tail, not a lot of taper, just a rounded shape. It's not terribly aggressive, so it's not going to keep you locked into the turn like a more frontside oriented ski. And then that bigger story is the amount of tail rocker. So it is long and low. It is not terribly dramatic, but it is there, and it is a very big difference from what we saw from Bonafide, where it just allows you to be a little bit more creative and playful with your turns, while the construction of the ski is still of a very high quality and really keeps you locked into the turns. But just a little bit more versatility unlocked out of the tail and the tip in terms of the rocker profile really allowed this ski to access different zones than the Bonafide ever did, and also opens up the realm of skier type. So someone that was maybe put off a little bit by that true directional nature of the Bonafide will find more to like here in Anomaly 94. And because it's a mid-90s ski with 2 sheets of metal, there's just a lot of high-performance skiers out there that spend their time in an all-mountain format that'll really get along well with this. Certainly works well at higher speeds. That's kind of one of the things that I found, is that it really enjoys that longer radius GS style turn on trail. It's a little bit more difficult. There's more ski underfoot if you want to shorten it up and make tighter turns. That's kind of where the Anomaly 88 comes in handy. Or if you were looking for something more like the Rustler 9, then that ski exists too at 96 millimeters underfoot. So you're able to kind of get more of a free ride character without going too far away from Anomaly 94. But this thing certainly has more of an emphasis in high performance, aggressive skiing on trail, but that new tail rocker and new overall shape and style really allow this ski to just be unlocked and become more versatile and well-rounded than Bonafide ever was. And make sure you check out this all-new Blizzard Anomaly 94 here at skiessentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye!